Professional start. Right. Okay. Let me pull up. Oh, I don't know if it's actually going to show now. Is it? There we go. Yeah, cool. So the original plan was to do Valstagna, but you can't practice or hot lap it. So there are two potential stages. So the first one is going to be, where are we? Morello, which again is another Italian one. It looks a bit like Stelvio Pass. There's lots of hairpins and stuff. Or Peragros, which Peragros? Oh, I don't know how you say it. It's in France. Loads of hairpins still. Some really tight sections. So am I really quiet again, Kringle? Hang on then. Try that. Is that loud enough? I'm on a different headset because my other headphones broke. Let me. Is that better? I'm not sure how loud it will or won't be. Right. Okay. So I think what I'll do, I'll give you both of them a quick drive. Decide on which one, and then I've got a completely default setup. I've got a very nice 406 BTCC skin off Kringle. But yeah, I'm just gonna use the default setup initially, and then develop the setup as I learn the course. But it would probably be worth doing is getting an idea of what time I need to beat roughly. So let's go to hot lap rank. Where are we? Don't really know the best way to look around for this. I know you can't see it. Where are we? England, France. Utrecht Tower. Let's go Morello. Okay, we'll have a look at Morello and pay across. So we're going to go for a group world record. Kringle is being benevolent and saying that that's okay, which, to be honest, I imagine that all of the WRC cars are going to be faster. So I'm looking at Morello at the moment. Is there a way to organize it by group, the records? I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. $557,894 for Morello. 557,894. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's for. Yeah, but that's so. Someone has a faster time than Clio 556. So it's any Group A7 car, really, isn't it? So, bloody hell, someone's done a 548 and a 106. Let's see. Another Clio. I'm looking through the list manually now, and it's going to take far longer than it should do. Sorry. Oh, someone's up there in an E30. Well done. So I think the fastest A7 car so far on here is a Clio. Yeah, so let's have a look. Clio. No, what's it called again? Clio 16S. So there's a 541 831. Right, okay. Yeah, I know. But I'm thinking, yeah, try, just have a quick go both. So 541 831 for Morello. Is that Morello? Yeah. And then Pedro Gross. Let's have a look. Wait, I might be able to be professional streamer here. Hang on. Let's see. Can I add in some text? Okay. Right, we're going to add in text. Oh, look, is it showing on the screen already? Yeah, it's well too big. I'll shrink it down now. 541 831. And then yeah, I probably will be taking an L. Let's find this one. Yeah, I know, it's massive. I'm going to shrink it down in a sec. I told you I'm professional. Where are we? Right, okay, so we got Henry ramping in. Well, that's going to be difficult then. 919675. Right, okay. What bloody hell do I make it smaller? Oh, I know how. Ta-da! Voila. Professional. Not quite. Okay, so we will go for first. And I know I'm in practice mode. I'm gonna just give them a little recce first. Make sure everything's working as I expect it to. We'll do Paragraphs first. In fact, no. We will do Morello first, purely because alphabetical order. Okay, so Maxi B, right, again, so default setup initially. I'm going to get a feel for the car. I've driven it a few times. The default setup is crap. But I'm going to get a feel for the car, get a feel for the stage, pick a stage, and then once I've picked a stage, then I'll start developing a setup to go for that. Let me pull my phone out so I can actually see what you guys are typing. Okay. Bear with me. Also tell me if the game is really loud. Right, okay. Morello's too small. Let me make that bigger then. And I'm in practice just until I decide which one I'm going to go for. The game sounds really loud. Okay. How's that? Is that better? If it's too quiet now, okay, we'll drive for a bit then. Right. Look at the bloody lovely livery.
3, 2, 1. And left 2. And right 1. And left 3. Into left 1.
Oh God.
Into right 3. Long. And left 2. And short. Left 3. Into right square. Narrows. 50. Short. Right 3. And short. Right 3. Narrows. 50. Bump into right 3. And short. Left 3.
Yeah, I've got no idea where I'm going.
Left 5. And right 4.
Oh, the car
7. Left 4.
on this standard setup feels bloody awful.
Into right 1. And short. Right 5.
Oh shit, that was the right one, wasn't it? That's a good start. Right. Loud, quiet. Quiet, loud. Okay, a bit louder. So, do that. So, well, actually, I'm going to make it a little bit quieter for myself because it's really friggin' loud. Okay, and I'll bump it up a little bit for yourselves. I am well and truly not there yet. Also, the steering feels like really slow, and I think that might be my wheel. Put it under again. Is it under suspension? Or steering? Oh, I can have 442 or 443. Okay, right, so let me adjust that then. Yeah, it is really softly set up initially. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, my steering wheel itself. So I just want to see what it should be because it's set to 900 at the moment. Where are we? I don't normally have it set to 400, 900 for RBR. But what it should be 884. Bloody hell, the steering feels really slow. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. You can see about saving. Right, okay. Now, I've set it to 540, which is what I usually have my steering on for RBR. I am using the sequential shifter though, not flappy paddles, so I'm at least being somewhat accurate. Don't judge me. Right. Why is the bloody game trying to record itself now? I don't want you to record. There we go. Okay. Right. Look at it. Doesn't it look lovely? Well done, Kringle.
3, 2, 1. And left 2. And right 1. And left 3. Into left 1.
Oh, bloody hell.
Into right 3. Long. And left 2. And short. Left 3. Into right.
Oh my god, everything about this feels awful. Okay. Right. Let me take it a bit slower. Is the volume normalized a bit more now, by the way? Now I've crashed again. Yeah, okay, cool. Right. Let's go in, let's just take it really slow. Let's try and get to the end of the stage without dying. And then we'll go on to Pyrogros and see if I prefer that. And then we'll start setting up the car, because right now it's bloody awful.
And left 2, and right 1, and left 3, into, left 1, into, right 3, long, and left 2, and short, left 3, into,
Like a really shit Gilbanizzi.
short, right 3, and short, right 3, narrows, 50, bump, into, right 3, and short, left 3, 50, short, left 5, and right 4, tightens, 70, left 4.
I bet you the four-wheel drive Group A cars are fun around here. The Escort cars are ever be nice around here.
And short, right 5.
Oh dear. A
Left
bit late on the handbrake there.
Right 3, tightens, and short, left 5, into, short, right 3, and left 4, long, into, short, right 4, 80, left 1, 60, short, right 3, into, left
It's
3,
such a good
and
sounding car.
right 3, tightens, and left 4, into, right 3, and left 3,
Oh, but it is made out of paper.
and short, right 4, left 4, and short, right 3, narrows, left 3, 80, caution, left 2, and right 2, and
This
right
does
1,
feel like the type of stage though where the Maxi cars would have done well in period.
square, long, and left 6, 100, short, left 5, 70, right, square, and short, left 4, into, short, right 3, narrows, and short, left 3, into, left 1, and right 3, narrows, and short, left 3, into, right 4, long, into, left 2, into, right,
Oh.
square, 150.
Oh dear. Let's see, what did that do to it? Oh, got no left front damper now.
Short, left 3, and right 4, long.
You know what, it's actually not driving too bad.
Left 3, 70.
Oh yeah, yeah it is.
Right, left 3, and right 3, and right 5, and left square, into, right 3, long, and short, left 3, into, right 3, 150, right 5, 250, right 5, tightens, narrows, into, short, left 4, 180, short, left 3, 70, right 1, and short, left 4, and right 4, 120, left 1, and right
It's a very pretty stage. Oh dear, I need to really work on those handbrake turns.
left 6, long, tightens, narrows, 100, right 1, 60, short, left 5,
And the brake force is well too strong, the car just locks up straight away.
right 4, into, and left 1, 80, short, left 5, into, short, right 3, 70, caution, left 6, and right 1, 50, right 6, 100, 150. Short, right 4, 60. Short, left 3, narrows, and right 5, long, and left 6, 50. Over crest, into right 4, and left 4, into left square, tightens, into right square, don't cut, and right square, 50. Left 2, and short, right 3, and short, right 3, 160, 70. Short, right 6, into left 5, 120. Short, left 3, 70. Right 4, 120. Right square, left square. Finish.
Oh, so I can absolutely bomb it across there when I need to. Right, okay. That was what? 537.5, and I need to beat. Oh, so so that stage I would have actually set the record with that run. Oh dear. Oh dear. It was over 9,000 RPM. I think later trim had slightly more horsepower. But yeah, it's 2 litre, 16 valve. It's essentially the Peugeot 405 MI16 engine. Again, similar to the British touring car engine as well. These are Lupus's notes too. I don't do my own notes because, you know, because I have not got the patience or the talent to do so. But yeah, so that would have been the record for Morello, but we won't take that. So I think what I'll do, we'll go to Perigros. Perigros. Yeah, we'll go to Perigros, and yes, I will drive in hot lap mode. Don't worry. I've driven Perigros before, so I will just go straight into hot lap mode. We'll start working on the setup. If I can do the world record, not that I think that highly of myself, but if I can do the world record, then we'll jump back on Morello and we'll just set the world record here as well. Group world record. Or if either of them seem a bit too easy, then maybe I'll just try and get in like top 50 or something like that, because I don't think. Yeah, so the Morello times 188th, and where is he? Henry. Henry's time is 124th on Perigros. So if I can do them both quickly, then I'll just try and get in top 100 or top 50 in both or something like that. So we'll see. So I'll go into hot lap mode. We'll go to Perigros. And then I'll start working on setup straight away. Where are we? So diff. This is one of the it's one of these diffs, isn't it? So I do want it quite high locking at all times, really, for any throttle laps. I'm sure people who are actually talented at building setups will probably wonder what the hell I'm doing. I don't ever really want it to be 100% lock-in. Brake. No, I want it less lock-in because I want less understeer. So these are probably quite safe values at the moment to keep the car really predictable. But I want it to rotate a lot more. I do have a bit of a thing with having cars rotate. Okay, can you adjust these? No, I'm not doing it speed sensitive. There's no rear diff, obviously. Max front diff torque. That is a lot. Although that's not a preload, is it? Is it? No, it's not. Max front diff torque then. Right. I'm going to leave that as is for now, and then we'll play around with that value in a bit. Suspension. Right. Again, I probably need a bit more context on the fast bump stuff and what have you. But to be honest, so we'll just stiffen up the front a little bit, bring the rebound a bit closer. Now, the way I assume fast bump works is it's acting a bit like a help swing / bump stop. So, yeah, it doesn't have preload. The quicker the shock has forces applied against it, you would do it with, I think you would be changing the fluid and the valving. So, the more force that is applied, it acts in a different way compared to normal forces. Fast bump should be softer than normal. Yeah. Because I think if you were to have a fast bump stiffer than your normal bump, you are just going to cause the car to bounce essentially. Because I think the fast bump's more to do with the quicker undulations rather than actual suspension compression. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing with these, so we'll just stiffen it ever so slightly just because we've stiffened the front completely. This threshold, with it being MS, I'm not sure. I assume that's like what the threshold of when the fast bump is active as opposed to normal bump. Right, rear. I'm going to put this right up. Front wheel drive car, I would prefer the rear end to rotate more than it does right now, so I'll bump it up. However, I don't want to put this up too much on the fast bump because I don't want the rear end to bounce about when when the road is undulating like that. Now, you've explained this to me before, Kringle. Fast was related to hitting dips, bumps, landings, and hard impacts in general is oversetting for slow loads. No, so hitting dips, bumps, landings, etc. That's more of a combination of your spring stiffness / dampers for your overall suspension travel. The fast bump is more to do with, say, have you ever seen that video of a Citroen DS going over like a bumpy road? Or, remember on Top Gear when they had the old cars, British Leyland, they went around the test track and they went over the cobblestone? It'd be like the cobblestone stuff when your suspension's acting really quickly, when it's got forces applied to it really quickly rather than like one continuous force over a long length of time. Undulations, basically. So, Kringle, you have explained helpers to me before, I think. So, the helper, am I right in thinking the helper corresponds with the rubber cups that you would put on the struts? Like the GIF of Jeeps, exactly like that, yes. So you put like a rubber bush at the top and bottom of a spring on a strut in most cars. No, you need to retract your statement. Okay. What have you done wrong? I have no idea what the helper's doing. Helpers are so they are the smallest springs. They're not the rubber cups. Okay, so if they're helper springs, then if they're helper springs, the way they should work. So helper springs tend to be. I'm applying this to road cars now. Like when I used to look at coilovers and stuff when I had a Civic, and I actually tried to make cars look cool. You have a helper spring below your main spring, and it sort of acts as a bit of a suspension travel buffer before your actual mainspring comes into play. So it would allow stiff suspension to actually have suspension movement. Keep trying, don't do anything, but I don't know why that's so stiff now. Yeah, that's why everyone is a bit confused. I mean that doesn't look a bit. If I'm thinking about it as I'm thinking about it, that doesn't seem like massively too stiff for me. You would have this helper spring would basically be the the suspension travel when not much suspension is required. Or the other, or on the other end, there's helper springs for I think off-road cars tend to have them, which maybe is more applicable here, but I think they go in place after the mainspring and act a bit like a helper to the bump stops, rather than just leaving the bump stops to fend for it. But you would have them be stiffer than the normal spring then, because it's like a last resort once your suspension's at full compression. But what we'll do, because we're going to be on tarmac anyway, and it's not massively bumpy, we will shorten them a lot. We'll bring up the rear suspension stiffness for a start. Much more. We will stiffen up the front a little bit. Okay. So let's go here. In fact, no, I will want to pump that up a little bit. I know that's counter to what I've just done on the front, but I've stiffened up the rear a lot compared to the front, so I'll do it for the helpers as well. So let's have a look. What ride height are we looking at? 177,206. Yeah, no, that's not good. So let's go for 230, and we'll go 225. So front we've got 210, rear we've got 234. So 223. Yeah, 228. Front we want one more, 215, and then yeah, so we want a couple more there. I seem to always just default to using top man position 7, purely because the caster advantages. I'm not really sure, and someone much more knowledgeable than me will know this, why you would use the other ones. I assume you would want lower caster in certain situations, because I know it affects your caster angle really affects your camber. So also rig doesn't affect handle lock. The last question is yeah. Like two-way spring. So Saffron goes first. Small undulations in. Yes, Kringle. So what you're saying there about two-way spring? Yeah, that's my understanding of it as well. Rake doesn't affect handling. To be honest, I'm not putting the rake in there for aerodynamic advantage. The rake really, I've just got in there because I tend to have always had higher up rear ends whenever I've set up cars, even when I used to play Live for Speed a lot, just seemed to be what I defaulted to. So I'm not entirely sure. Right, let's go for some extreme camber. We'll go for like a 2 point. We'll just go for a 9.5, nice round number. I know not all of you like it, but I really like to run negative toe when I need it. So we'll go to 4.2 here. Let's bring that back up to 9.5. Back down to 4.2. Okay, rear camber. Right, toe. We're going to run this at like 21. Rear camber. We'll pull down to like 2. Okay. roll bars. Right. I know it seems a bit counterintuitive again. I'm lowering off the rear anti-roll bar because I do want some semblance of lift-off oversteer, but I don't want the car to act like a switch. As soon as you've come off the throttle, it just throws the back end out. I've stiffened up the dampers, which will get more of the behavior that I want the turn in. But if I keep the rear anti-roll bar that much stronger than the front one, then it is going to be really, really prone to lift off oversteer. So I don't want to do that. Front tires, I'm going to bring down to, we'll do 196 on both fronts initially. And then we'll run 190 on the rears. Gears, we're going to go short. I know there's some longer sections on Paragross, but I think the car needs it because it's so high revving. If you move to top mount and remove the bump stops, adjusting why isn't this far? So when you actually change the top mount settings here, that is doing stuff to the bump stops. So what one really corresponds with which? Is top mount 0? Is that a larger bump stop? Is top mount 7 a larger bump stop? I would assume 0 has the bump stop. I don't know. Oh, strut platform. Yeah. We don't. I tend to run that as short as I can, really. Okay. So, Tim Harvey. I think he raced the 406 in period. I think. Could be completely wrong. Oh, shit! I haven't touched the brakes. Right, that is way too high. Let's go for 50-20. Let's bring the rear up a lot. Okay, let's try that. So, where do you see the front weight distribution again? %62% front weight distribution. I mean, that's because there's literally nothing in the back. But... Right, let's... Why can't I post a text with an emoji? I can see your emoji. I'm not doing anything, Kringle. See, look. Right, let's try this. See how this goes. I might adjust the view slightly as well because, as you say, that window banner is huge. It's Susan, whatever her name is. Right. That's a bit better, isn't it? We might go a bit forward, actually. Yeah. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's too bad. Maybe. I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Hang on. So that was the H shifter plugin then. I'm using my G25 H shifter, but in sequential mode, so it was trying to go into second when I was pulling back on it. See, professional. Right.
Right 3, 60. Left 3, don't cut. Into, right 3, long, and. Left 3, don't cut. Into, care, short. Right 3, into, left 2, don't cut. And, right 3. Left square. Right 1, and. Left 3.
Maybe a bit stiff on the back, to be honest.
Don't cut. And, left square. Right 2, don't cut.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of buttons here then.
Cut and short. Left 3 and left 4 and right 4. Left 3 narrows.
Yeah, I haven't driven on this stage for a little while, as you can see. Oh dear, right. There's attempt number 1 in the bin. Is there any way to change the seat pitch? I feel like I'm looking down a little bit. Am I? No? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, no. That's a bit better. Right, okay. Yeah, it was well and truly been in the tree. See, I have my clutch depressed.
3, 2, 1. Right 3, 60. Left 3, don't cut. Into, right 3, long, and.
The sounds
3, don't cut.
freaking awesome.
Short, right 3, into, left 2, don't cut. And, right 3. Left square. Right 1, and. Left 3. Right square, don't cut, and left square.
Oh.
Right 2, don't cut.
Oh, this is so slow.
Left 3, and right square, cut, and short. Left 3, and left 4, and right 4. Left 3, narrows, into, right square, don't cut, and left 1. Right 5, and left 3, cut, 80. Right 4, tightens, 100. Right 4, 60. Left 4, don't cut, into. Right 1, long, 100. Right 5, left 6, into, caution, left 1, don't cut, 70. Right 5, and, left entry chicane, 70, caution. Tight, right 3, into, left 3, right 3, bridge.
This section is awesome and scary.
Left 4, long.
That's neutral.
And, right 3, long. Left 3, long. Don't cut. 60.
Oh.
Right 5, long. And, right 4, 80. Left 3, tightens. Into, right 3, don't cut. Left 3, don't cut. Right 4, and. Left 3, long. Caution. Right square, long, and. Left 5, long. Twisty, 70. Left square, don't cut. Right 5, 70. left square, don't cut. Caution, left 5, 70. Right 3, long, into, bumps, keep left, bumps, left square, cut, and, short, right 3.
Oh, wasn't
Left
too bad.
square, cut, 180. Right 4, 80. Right 6. And, right 4, tightens, and, left 3, 50. Right 3, very long. 40. Right 5, into, left 1, 180. Brake, left square, long, don't cut, 160. Caution, right 1. Left 5, left.
Fucker. Need to make a couple of little changes to the car. I have these little 3D printed inserts that basically really like it, and when they're working, they're great. Any warning whatsoever, and it makes the shifter feel in sequential mode. Okay, bloody hell, that's completely gone. Bloody hell. Right, take that off. This one, number 7. Not that one. Sorry, I've got loads of like different stiffness. No, that one. What's this one? Technical difficulties, roadside service, etc., etc., etc. So, let's finish. I've got like. It's pretty severe still at the moment, right? Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do then. Is there a way, do either of you know, to change the stream? Okay. I will fix. Well, I'm going to try to fix. Health. Stream is healthy. Stream status excellent, apparently. Let me check drop frames and. Right, OBS. Right, where do I check drop frames? 0 drop frames. It says. Don't know. But it says it's healthy. Can you hear me okay? Is it? And settings. I'll pause. 10,000. Would you like me to bring that down? Was it buffering before? Right. Let me end it. Change the latency mode. I'll be 2 seconds. Oh, right, okay. Is my voice okay, or is it just the video? Let's try that.